What's up, guys? It's Logo back with Flex Appeal episode 77. Today was week 13, day 5, my second push day of the week. I added back in singles now. I originally wasn't going to do this until like around 4 weeks when I was going to max, but I was like, you know what? I might as well get like the extra 3 weeks of practicing singles because I've been away from it from so long. Um, and so I started to do them again today. And honestly, today I felt good, but I'm starting to notice that I have like an imbalance in my shoulders. I think I don't know if it's like my rear delt or my lat or something, but I'm like leaning to the left considerably, and it gets worse as the sets go on here. But as far as like how it moved well, pretty easy. And then I added in Larson. I was very conflicted on what exercise to use here. I was thinking about Spoto, but I was like, you know what, going more into a strength phase, like I think that I will get the same out of Larson as I did from Duffalo, and as well as just more raw, upper body strength. So I decided to do it. Top set of five at 231, and then some back downs with 214 and a half. Um, I kind of wanted to talk about like some diet changes that I made in the last month because for a while I was like around 2400 calories, and my fat intake would fluctuate pretty decently from like anywhere from 60 to 80 grams, and I was consistently eating probably like 80 grams, somewhere in the middle, maybe like 70 most days. But I was like, you know what? I feel like I can drive my fats down and bring my carbs up. But the problem that I had was that food with more fat just tastes better. Um, those extra 25 grams of fat definitely went a long way. But I was like, I can work around this and find ways to make my food still taste good. And so I'm like around 2300, 2350 a day calories. Um, like 220 to 230 grams of carbs, 55 to 60 grams of fat now, and then 250 grams of protein. I'm only bringing my protein up really for now just because I'm a little bit bigger. Um, and I'm not like adding extra protein from what I usually need. It's kind of just the amount that I like to eat in my meals. And there's a lot of extra stuff that gives me extra protein that I do. Like I'm having two of my meals have protein penne from Barilla, and it's very good, but it also has a lot of protein in it. That's just what what no have more normally than regular pasta. So that has gone a good amount. And as far as like fat intake, I haven't really noticed my performance or my mood go down because of fat intake. If anything, I've noticed it go up because I've been able to eat more carbohydrates, which I tend to see a lot of people, especially when you're like a bigger person, shy away from it. And I think maybe when I was like a little bit more, like maybe when I was starting like 40 pounds ago, I probably would have just um, cut more carbs and just focused on higher protein just because I feel like my body wasn't correctly utilizing carbohydrates, especially because I didn't have a lot of muscle mass on me. But now that I've built, 13 weeks later, I've built a good amount of muscle back, and I've lost a good amount of body weight. I feel like the carbohydrates in my system are actually not being utilized, fully, but being utilized better, and they're directly going to contribute to a higher training performance and help me, lift more and have more, performance overall. So as far as diet, just eating chicken tacos in the morning, and then obviously the beef and pasta. I was doing beef and rice, but rice is one of those things where like I'm not a huge rice person, especially like plain rice. It's different because I feel a lot of people are like, well, how could you not like rice? But it's like most of the rice that people eat is cooked with oil. It's toasted and then it's cooked, so it gets that little a little bit of a sticky rice. But I can't use any of that. So the rice that I'm eating is just plain, cooked in water or chicken stock if I feel like it. So I swapped it out for pasta, and people can feel how they feel about pasta, but I think it's a pretty good source, especially the protein version that gives you I think I'm eating like 112 grams or something, and I'm getting like 30 grams of protein. And I have been swapping some sauces out from my meals because I feel like I'm also trying to eliminate like excess ingredients, um, just to make sure my stomach doesn't really get irritated. Like the pasta sauce I use, it's you look on the back, it's like very readable ingredients. 5, 6, and then it's the same thing with the green enchilada sauce that I was using for my chicken. I was using like the Old El Paso, um, and there was like a 20 ingredient list, and I switched to like 505. This brand they sell at Walmart. It's like 6 ingredients. Very very clean, I guess you could say, stuff. Not gonna really irritate my stomach too much. And I'm thinking about doing the same with my pancake mix because I feel like the Kodiak cakes are not the greatest in that terms. I'm also considering just making, my own because I feel like um, the pancake mix is like $5. I could probably get like a protein powder and then just get regular pancake mix and probably make maybe even better flavors, because I'm kind of getting burnt out of pumpkin already. I've had it every day for like a week and a half. Um, so I don't know. We'll see about that. But as far as diet goes, I'm getting a lot of enjoyment from it, and I think that that's something that's always been important for me is being able to enjoy my diet, and uh, that will able be able to keep me making progress. I'm not somebody that could just eat chicken and rice, beef and rice and be satisfied. That like that leaves me feeling like I want something else. And even on this diet, sometimes I have those thoughts where it's like, fuck, I want to eat everything, I want to eat this. And that is more of like discipline and knowing I've been here many, many times before, and knowing that the instant gratification of just eating everything in sight is going to not be more rewarding than just staying patient and seeing what I can do with my physique and my strength. And it definitely makes me instill some confidence in me that I've been through this enough times to know where that is going to lead me. But that's pretty much it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, a comment, or subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow for some squats. Hopefully, I can hit a decent single coming back. Thanks for watching.